Hello everyone. How are you all doing? I hope you're all doing well. The sun was shining here in Boston. Just trying to adjust this. Sorry if anyone is watching. I hope you're I hope you had a great evening yesterday. I'm going to do something different today. And before I start, I just want to tell you that you can probably do it with plastic, or these are from the dollar store. Or you can also get this from the dollar store and do the same thing. I'm doing mine with this candle holder. It is an expensive one, and it's a Shannon crystal made in Ireland. And let me just pick up my alcohol because we're going to need it. Please, when you join, say hello. And I'm looking for a clean towel. This is going to be a two-part process, and I'm going to do them all hopefully today. I have never done this before, but let's see if it works. And if it works on this, it should work on everything else. I'm cleaning the inside of my candle. Good morning, Lori. How are you? I hope you're having good weather. It's freezing here. Good morning, Hazel. Oh, I'm glad. So I'm just cleaning the inside. And as you can see, it's really, I have to get the sticker thing off. It's really a very detailed piece of glass. A lot of ridges. But on the inside, it's not. So let me just finish cleaning this. For those that don't know me, my name is Rima Bechara. I'm live on Facebook twice a week. And let me just make sure I get that because I don't want any glue. And this is hard to remove. One second. Sorry, I just had to respond. Solly Joe is asking me a question. Let me just make sure it's all gone. Oh, is that the one you posted, Lori? The one with the pink? It's beautiful. Why aren't I able to remove this? Let me heat it up and maybe it'll go then. And I want to show you what I decided on the candle holder. what I did with it. Sorry if I'm off camera. I just can't see. Okay, one part is gone. Let's see if we can get rid of the other. And I think it's clean. And what we're going to use today is, I'm thinking, because it's two parts, it's two things that I'm doing at once, not at once, but one after the other. I'm going to add some Posh pigments. One second, I'm just getting a container. And, oops, I have to be careful. I'm going to do lemon gold and Byzantine gold mix. I might need to get up and get some more. And these last forever, by the way, these pigments. And I'm adding the lemon gold. So these two are done. I'm going to now add my infuser, which works wonderfully with the pigments, and it was made and created especially for the pigments. And let me find my stirrer to mix. I'm going to need to add a little bit more of the infuser. And yes, you've probably guessed it. We're painting the inside. I want it a bit brighter, so I might add some pale gold. And as I said many times, you can mix your pigments and create your own color. No, I like that. Hopefully I won't run out and I don't have to go hunting for pigments. So I'm just going to start by painting the inside. And this will probably, oh, you should, it's beautiful. This is probably going to take 2 coats. And I've made it quite thick. And let me see. Good morning, Betty. How are you? I'm still freezing. Not that you asked, but I thought I'd let you know. And just get everything that I can out of this. And this should not take long to dry. And as you can see from the back, you're beginning to get a gold look. But we're not stopping there. I forgot to send out a telegram. Not very good, am I? But we're not going, you know that we wouldn't leave it like this, even with a second coat. And with this, there's no reason why we can't put a candle inside. Just making sure I just get to the edge, but look at this so far. And pigments are so easy to use. And I'm going to heat it up. Make sure that even if I have to do a second coat, let me heat it up. It already looks so much better. I don't want any drip. I'm just turning it around. The trickiest part of this is getting over the frustration of you paint one place and you take off in another. But if 2 coats aren't enough, we can always do a third. It felt dry, so let's start doing the bottom part again. Good morning. Yes, of course, I'm using Posh pigments, and if you I call it liquid gold. It is liquid gold because look at it. It's absolutely amazing. It does not have a smell, Diane. And thank you for joining. It does not have a smell at all. You make what you want. It comes in a powder form, and I'll show you in 1 second. See, now look at the inside. Just the raised part, not the bottom. It comes in jars like this, and it's pigments. I'll show you. I have a green phthalo, but I want to make sure I get this removed. It's a pigment. You measure what you want. You can use the infuser with it. And you can paint basically on any surface. And I'm doing the inside of a candle because I want the outside to glow when I put a candle in it. Look at this. Even though it's not really completely painted, it looks beautiful. I sell it on my in my Etsy store. And I am going to have a few touch-ups actually. Thank you for the hearts. And I'll probably give it a third coat definitely for the bottom and for that top part. But you saw I didn't put a lot. And please, Diane, if you have any questions, let me know. I like the fact that you can mix what you want, that it has no smell. There are 5 different golds. No, actually there's more now. There's more than 5. And it's water cleanup, no solvents, no nasty smell. And if you put it in a Tupperware that's airtight, you can store it for up to a week. I've done it for longer. Thanks, Betty. And whilst I'm waiting for this to dry a little bit, I want to show you the candle that we did at the last live. There it is. I added this to it. It does last forever. And I added this. Now, this was not as pinky gold as it is, but I added some of the brass pigment. And this is the wood you bend here and here. So it came out really nice. I'm just trying to smooth out the parts that are not smooth. I'm going to heat it up again. Walls and More by Mimi. It's Walls and More by Mimi, Diane. Okay, now I'm going to go in with a third coat just for the bottom. For some reason, and look at how smooth it dries. I'm trying to see. I know the bottom, for some reason, it's giving me a hard time. So whilst we're waiting for it to dry, I'll just and I have enough pigment, I can go over it again. And I'll show you the outside again, because the important part of this project, hey Linda, how are you, is this gold that I'm applying now for the inside, because we want to make sure it looks good from the outside. But we're also going to add some things. The stubbornness of this glass, unbelievable. And I might actually, seeing we have, whilst this is drying, but look at this from the outside. Now I'll show you what it looked like before. Okay, this is plastic from the Dollar Tree, and let me just clean it. And I just want to show you that you can apply it also to these bowls and dress them up. Now, it's not food safe, because unless you find a top coat that's food safe, which I haven't been able to find. I've been able to find resin that's food safe. But look at this. And this is just one coat. This versus this. And let me just bring over another one that's just like this one, but untouched. One second. This is how it was. I'm not saying this wasn't beautiful. This is beautiful, but it's not quite what I wanted. Hi, Robin. So see the difference? For my purposes, I prefer, for Christmas, I want it like this. Well, actually, it would work for any time of the year. And there's it's made in Ireland. It's very heavy. Let me see if seeing I have some. Adding a second coat. Oh, it's still not dry. I don't want to dry it with the heat gun because I don't want to melt it. Although, if I kept it far enough, it would work. Let me just double check this one. And there's some areas that I could improve. But it will not show, it's not showing. I'm just adding where I feel it needs a little bit more, but that's only because of my personal preference. And then you're going to be surprised with what I'm going to do. Any guesses? I think that might be it. Anyone can guess what I'm going to do on the inside now. Okay, so I'm going to dip my brush in water and leave this to dry. Actually, let me see if this is dry. No, it's not dry. I put my finger in it. Let me just try and dry it whilst we're waiting for that. And this is plastic. It's dry. Just going to wait for... This is plastic. This is glass. Yes, absolutely, you can put a tree in it. That would look beautiful. See, that's the coverage you get with two. Oh, you're very welcome, Diane. Thank you for stopping in. I really appreciate that. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you? It is very versatile. The other thing, Diane, that I didn't mention is you can make this as thick or as thin. You can make it into a wash or a paint. And like I said, it's not smelly. And it's not a solvent. But look at this versus that. And there are several kinds of different golds, different colors. So I'm going to close this up until I need it. And put my brush in water. And wait for this to dry. Now, let me get a candle. That's another thing I forgot. I'm forgetting things. This is not a very good example, and I don't really want to drop it in. But this is the wrong example. But if you get the tea lights, I must have some tea lights. I mean, this is crazy. Oh, okay, I do. And they're gold. Hopefully they already have batteries in. And this one is gold. Does this have a battery in it? Oh, we have to remove this. Okay. You can put a real one. Let me just switch off the light. And then you can see the glow of this. Let me switch off more lights. And then you can see better. Now, I'm curious to see what what it would look like in one of these. At Dollar Tree, but years ago, Betty. I'm just going to take this off, I guess. Oops. And look at the glow of both of them. I mean, this one is still very pretty, but this one, for me, feels and looks... I'm curious to see what it looks like on camera. Thank you, Linda. Betty, it was several years ago. This one looks a bit brighter. This one is more muted. But I'm going to be looking at this. Actually, let me see what it would look like in here. Just, yeah, even in the glass, in the plastic, it gives an illusion. But we're not stopping here. Because, yeah, it looks great. But that's not what I want. I want the outside to look pretty, and I want the inside to look pretty. So what I'm going to do, and you probably think I'm all crazy, but I'm going to use gold leaf to make the outside as pretty as the inside. Let me just get another container. We're going to put some gold leaf size in here, and I just need to clean it up. 1 second. Although I use mine regularly, there is always buildup. I'm just going to put this much for right now. I'm sorry, my allergies have kicked in again. And now I'm going to use my gold size, which is another word for glue, but it's specially made for leafing. And hopefully it's dry enough for me to paint. And then we'll wait for a few minutes for it to tack up. I think the bottom of my candle, no, it looks fine. So I'm going to apply it everywhere. I should have left it longer to dry, I think. And I'm putting on quite a bit. And this starts off milky white, but when it starts tacking up, it'll be more clear. Feels like I'm wiping away because it's not, because it's too wet. I'm just going to keep brushing to make sure. Now, if I've missed any part, the gold leaf will not adhere. I don't want lumps. And that's not a problem because Let me see if I can. I should have left it longer, but this is alive and we can't do that. Now you can also foil it, but you would have to use a different foil adhesive. I just want the inside and the outside to be very pretty. So that when the candle is not in, it's something pretty to look at. Not that the gold was not pretty initially. I should label this. So we're going to leave it, so it's beginning to get less white. And I'm going to show you the color of leaf that I'm going to be using. Just want to get some of this. Now you will get a mess. When you're doing this, but you know what? Pretty things are messy. Let me get my tools. And I think I'm going to try and use my glove. And move some of the things away. So that we can start working on this. I used parts of this on the Christmas tree. Now, if I apply the leaf too soon, what's going to happen is that the leaf will stick initially, but then it will not, it will just disappear. One second, I just want to check my iPad for comments. And as soon as I see it more white, more clear rather, I will start using it. But these are the colors I want to use. Look at them. They're all beautiful. My favorite one is this one, so I'm going to use that. Let me just, for the sake, don't do this at home, please. I'm just going to give it some heat. Take your time at home. And somehow I managed to get some pigment here. I'll take it off with alcohol later. And where's my glove? My glove is in very bad shape. I need to get new ones. Maybe that's what I'll ask Santa for. But I'm going to pick this up and gently, oops, I've got the paper. These are very, very, very thin sheets. And if you look, this one, the back has not been done, but these, oops, have been heated. I'm just going to push them in. And add another one. I'm just removing the parts that I'm not going to be, that are in here, that don't really need, they're not going to be used except let's see, let me get another one out. And I don't have my knife for cutting it out. And what's already stuck on there will stay stuck. It's hard to show you. Thank you for the hearts, everyone. I appreciate that. I'm going to add some more. In the areas that I don't have any. You see, right here, right there. I put Vaseline because it helps control, that this doesn't fly all over the place when I'm holding it. Some people say it works, some people say it doesn't. That's how I was trained to do it. Let me see. I've got some other places I need to put some in. You're not really supposed to touch it by hand, but I'm cheating. I'm just checking to see, oops. where else. I know I need some here and here. So I'm just patching up right now. Oh, don't go, don't go. I'm just double checking. Now, if it's not completely filled, I mean covered, that's okay. You've got the gold underneath it. Don't laugh when you're doing this, by the way. Don't do what I did, which is laugh, because when you laugh, this leaf is so thin that now if you find that there are some areas that you want more and that you missed applying the leafing, very easy. All you have to do is reapply your size. And wait, and then apply your gold leaf. I'm just removing the excess. And I'll try and do it this way so that you can see it better. But look at it. Can you see it? Now this does need to be sealed. But if you don't want this for protection, but also if you don't want it to oxidize, and quite frankly, I don't care because it's already got so many colors. Let me just move these out of the way so that I don't mess up my area. So I'm just now cleaning it up and buffing it. And I think I might need a brush that's a bit harder. Because the more you buff, the shinier it will be. Let me just see if I have a... I'm looking for a towel that has a clean edge. I'm going to stand up for this because then you can see it. And these edges you can clean later. You can also add rhinestones here. I don't want any because I think it would take away from it. That's the gold that I'm picking up, those little bits and pieces that will, find another one. Okay, this is a cleaner one. I could keep doing this. But see, if you have this now sitting in your space, you can not just look at, I'm just seeing some parts that still need to be buffed. And I'm going to switch off my light again. And let's see. Like I said, I haven't done this before, but I just thought it would be a nice idea to try. Let me switch off the light. I just want to see what it looks like. And just out of curiosity, I don't know which will look better, but let's see this one. It could be that you might like this one better. Hi, Lynn. How are you? Okay, so look at the two glows. So do you see how I prefer this one? I feel it's warmer. I also feel like this is a piece that you can leave on its own, even with the light off. Let's just see it with the light off. And this one with the light off. And I'll put them side by side. And I would prefer to see something like this, which is extraordinary, versus something that's plain. So what do you guys think? Show me with some hearts if you love it. And show me with some thumbs up if you think you prefer the original. So don't forget, it looks like this from the outside as opposed to this. And then on the inside, yeah, I love this. And to clean this, all you have to do is either buff it. Where's my original? And don't forget, you can seal it. I'll probably seal mine only because I don't want, I want to protect it. Yeah, that leafing is amazing. I don't have a lot of it left. I think I have about 6 sheets and I used 2 today. So I'm very careful with it. It's the same leaf that I got, that I used on the Christmas tree as well. Let me just see. You can do this. But I'm not, nobody's going to sit and judge your edges, but if they are. And so there we have it. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you'll join me again next week. And I will be back on Tuesday. I really love these. So take care. And if you do this, please post. Let me see on the People with Paintbrushes page. And I love the way that it's come out. So, oh, I know you will. I know you will, Elizabeth. If it wasn't so heavy, I'll tell you how heavy this is. Let me just, hopefully I have my scale somewhere. But, yep. This piece of glass is it's 2 pounds and 1 ounce. So carrying it or holding it is a pain. But it's beautiful. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. This is, oh, and then to clean up the excess of the pigment, you do it the same way. You could do it with alcohol. Or you can use this. I'm using this. And then I'm going to go over it with some alcohol. Yeah, it's solid crystal. And Betty, yesterday I slipped on the ice. And thank you for the hearts, everyone. And I fell right on there. So carrying anything with this hand has been a nightmare. So I'm hoping a few days of not lifting anything will be... Yeah, I'm going to do the other one, but off camera. I just figured people don't want to watch me do the same thing twice. And see there, I took it off. That's what's left of my gold. I know. I know. I don't know why. I mean, I just... you can't put food on it, though. If you have, you can do it with, this is a Dollar Tree bowl. If someone wanted to do something a little bit less expensive. And I did it on, I used the, what I did, Lynn, was I used pigment first. And let it dry. And the bottom of this needed like 2 or 3 coats. 3 coats at least. So I'm quite happy with the way it came out. I hope you enjoyed this. I will see you all next week. You might even be able to put some lights in there. Like this. No, without this bit, but some fairy lights. It wouldn't have, what you would have to do if you're doing it on the back, Lynn, is do the leafing first. No, hold on. If you're doing it on the back, yes, you would have to do the leafing first so that you could see it from the inside. Hi, Patty. and then on top of the leafing, do the pigment. So you'd have to do the reverse if you're doing the back. I'll see you all next week. Patty, sorry, we're just ending. Please watch the replay. This came out really well. And Betty knows I'm not very often satisfied with what I'm doing. So have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next week. Take care, everyone. Bye.